They say the snow is dead, but we've learned to the contrary. Snow is ever-changing, unstable, restless. We survived the great storm. It took away a lot from us. Still, it gave us something in return. Tempestuous winds brought relics of the past to light, ones that can bring hope for the future. Our assignment was simple: arrive at the site, build a reliable camp, and create a stable chain of supply. In return, we'd get food and necessities. A square deal. But deals have this peculiar quality. Just like the snow, they tend to change.
Hello and greetings, welcome back to Frostpunk. Frostpunk on the Edge DLC is out now, and finally we can play this very hard strategy game. We are the Outpost team. The Great Storm has uncovered an underground army warehouse from times before the evacuation. New London sent us here to build an outpost and gather any resources we find. We must rely on New London for food. There are no animals to hunt here and the ground is solid rock. Thankfully the weather is fine for now, so we should survive without the generator until we have other ways of heating. If you're new to Frostpunk and if you haven't seen any other of the scenarios yet, I urge you to watch them. I have them all on my channel covered, on the highest difficulty in survivor mode as well. And with that, let's start. And here we are finally on the edge. After the big storm, stranded here waiting for supplies, but also delivering some of them hopefully. Our first task is to clear the road to the warehouse and start gathering steel. And of course, let's not forget to set up tents. The night is going to be cold without a generator. Right, that's because we really don't have a generator in the middle here. We're just a small outpost. We do have another tacto that is braziers that we can use then, but for now we don't have that. So let's start with the first piles that we can collect. So I'm going to focus fully on wood on the first day here right now. So a bit of wood, and I'm also going to apply a few of them to the steel wreckage, but that's really it. The rest is going to stick with the wood completely. Also 5 workers on the coal pile that we have just on this side there. That's really it. Before they however start with that, let's have a workshop, since we do need that urgently for the basic first research. So those 5 workers are going for the workshop now. And I just love this feeling of dread that you have in this game in the beginning, especially when everything is so desperate, feels so desperate. Workshop has been completed. Let's get the 5 workers there to the coal pile right away. And where did I put my 5 engineers now? There they are. Let's assign them. Now we can start with the research, and the brazier is going to be the first one. We do have the beacon already. That is good. Faster gathering will be important. And food, we have nothing, since we cannot produce food on our own. We are depending there on supplies from the outside. The brazier it is for the first one, since what we can see is the first temperature drop is happening in 2 days already. We definitely want to have a brazier up by then. Right, it's getting now afternoon and 6 p.m. Oh, beautiful lightning there. This game is truly beautiful. And get in touch with New London. Now we need to rebuild the transport depot so we can get supplies shipped from New London before food runs out. To get in touch with them, an outpost administration will be necessary. Alrighty, first things first though. What we need, it's the first night. We do need a few tents because it's really cold out there. And let's have the first tents, I think, then right here in the center. I think 4 tents should be fine for now. That's one thing. I'm also going with a medical post right away, since it's cold and people will get sick eventually. No roof, I'll provide the shelter. So once again, if you're not familiar with these quests, they are happening in every scenario, and these are promises, and if you really want to know more about them, watch one of my other Let's Plays that I have on this game. Alright, it's evening, the tents are being built, we have still lots of wood, which is perfect. Cookhouse I'm going with the next day. I don't think that we're going to need that for now. The transport depot is really important. This one will then allow and dispatch us to receive supply and shipments. That would be something. But what I want to do first is we need scouts. We have a team beacon already here. And we can go with the first scouts, costing me 40 wood. And let's go with the remnants of buildings. We also have the frozen then, collapsed building. But I think the remnants of a building, that sounds like there might be something lurking over there. Right, my people are building stuff now. And minus 20 degrees. Tents are so important, and let's have just one more here. One more tent, there it is. Shelter has been, promise has been fulfilled, so we do get a bit of hope there. Right, also the medical post is up and running now, so I will need another 5 engineers. I've got them down here. They're going to work now in the medical post, which has a good insulation, so it's livable in there. The same with the workshop, which is comfortable actually. And as we can see, 15 have to sleep outside, and some of them will get sick. So we're going to treat them right away. Now we do have a few goals for the beginning. Clear the road to the warehouse, we're doing that already. Build the outpost administration and rebuild the transport depot, that is this one, this slot. And the next day is dawning. Once again, we're going to focus fully on these wood piles, wood crates that we have. My scouts are still on the way. And research continues with the brazier. Now today we get a lot of wood again. We have a few sick people, but that's fine. Brazier has been researched. Next up would be the fast gathering for me, because we're going to focus on the gathering posts soon now. There they are. Poor souls. Right, no one is without employment right now. We have finished the steel pile, so we have finished the first quest here, going to the army warehouse. Now it's still plenty of time, so I'm going to send these people to that wood crate, to these wood crates here, because we really need so much wood. And they can work on that, and as we can see, it's going up there splendidly. Here, the army warehouse, we can then employ workers, up to 20 of them. They're going to get steel for us. We have reached the first scouting position, the remnants of a building. We would love to eat here. Before the frost, there was probably a road here that led from the bay to the plains, and it must have been frequented since there was an inn beside her. The place was undoubtedly nice, at the feet of the mountains with a view of the sea on the horizon. That's all we can guess from the ruins sticking out from under the ice. We get 17 wood and 13 steel, and we'll continue to the forgotten fishery. That sounds like there might be a bit of food lurking around. Alrighty, not that much is happening. I do have a few people on the coal, since we're going to have the braziers then with the temperature drop. Faster gathering, perfect. We really do need that. Cold thumper, the rest is not that important. The heaters might be important, let's go with them. And then we can actually go with the next stage right away. So, tomorrow then. Alright, it's 6 PM once again. Now, I'm going to build 2 more tents, then all my people have it. And what we're also going to have is a brazier here right away. Right, so this is something where people can get some heat. Hopefully I get all of them, and hopefully I can have some tents up here that are kind of in the reach of it. Let's hope for it. And let's also have the street then that is connecting those tents with my city. That's 100, or that's 20 actually, and we still have lots of wood, and we're going to use that for a couple of things. First of all, the cookhouse. Since my people are getting hungry now, I'm going to have a cookhouse, so we can make the first food out of the only raw food that we have right now. Another thing is I'm going to have 2 gathering posts, the one here, because here we do have lots of wooden ruins, as we can see, and also some steel. And next day, no one is going to work in these piles anymore, since temperature is dropping now. So I'm going to put them off there. Right, so the only people working then are going to be in this gathering post and in this one up here with the coal and the wood beside it. Let's hope that we use as little wood as possible for this gathering post. Right, so we still have 100 wood. That's perfectly fine because we're going to need that. We're going to need that for the transport depot and the administration. That's the administration. And let's have the administration. Where should we have it? Too far from the central ring. It needs to be in the center. My dear God, that is not the best location, but let's have it here. Actually, wait a second. Let's have it close to this tent here, so I can get rid of the street there later and actually squeeze something in. And we are growing nicely. The next tents are coming up. No one should be homeless now anymore. Very good. The cookhouse is coming up. We should have some unemployed people. We have. Let's get them to the cookhouse then. Oh, it's really, really looking cold out there. The next gathering post is coming up. Actually, the first one, right? Nope. Yeah, there is the other one. So it's the first one that is up, actually. And let's get 10 people to that. The brazier, let's have a look. Ah, this tent here is affected by it. This is not, unfortunately. So it's going to get a bit chilly in this tent here, but that's fine. One tent is fine. Next gathering post. Let's assign another 10 workers to it. That's going to be our steady supply now for the wood and the steel. And since we have finished now the administration center, something odd is happening. No shipments to send. Problem with that is now, well, we do need our transport depot. Quite expensive. It's actually all that we can use still. Let's build it. And with that we are also out of steel. So let's hope the gathering post is doing something for us. Is it warm in there? Ah, it's chilly, unfortunately. In the army warehouse. And I think we have, yeah, way too many people unemployed right now. Minus 30 degrees. It's still fine in most houses. In the tents it's still warm. And in the gathering post, yeah, chilly. Small risk of getting ill. And there we have it. The transport depot has been constructed. And with that, New London is calling. Good day, Outpost 11. Well done with the progress so far. We'll send you the first food shipment soon. Now that the operation is established, we await the first batch of steel from your outpost. In the meantime, we are dispatching a group of clerks to run the outpost administration. Your children will arrive with them. They are surely eager to rejoin you. Remember that we can always assist you with any problems. We have to talk. What is our task again? We have some problem. Can you help us? Okay, never mind. That's it for now. This is odd. There must have been some misunderstanding. Our children were not supposed to join us. Certainly not so soon. It won't make things any easier for us. Well, it's too late to turn them back, and at least New London promised to also send food our way. Hopefully they'll keep their schedule. Alright. Day number 3. The cookhouse is now working as well. And yes, we do have now orders for the army warehouse. And the problem is the army warehouse, as we can see, is cold. There is a moderate risk of getting ill in there, but it's our only means of getting steel at the moment. So I'm going to send now 20 poor souls there and hope that my sick rate is not going up the roof. In that case, we're going to need it. As we can see, we got some food now, very good. And forgotten fishery. Remains of fishermen's huts and tents are scattered among the ice. The wood is crushed to splinters. It won't be any of use to us now. We get 16 wood and 9 raw food. Perfect. And 18 hours back home. We have some steel. We have some steel on board, right? 13 steel. Yeah, let's go back to our outpost. And then I would like to go with the collapsed building. Because observatory ruins. Let's go with that. And they're my brave, diligent people. Going to build the road for us now. We got the heater. We can establish the heater in the warehouse at least. I think nowhere else though. Very good. But that is perfect. So this raises then the temperature in there. And with the rest of the wood, let's go with the drawing boards. Tier 1. And as we can see, the first people can now go right to the army warehouse. And actually that's quite a lot of steel. Almost 7 steel per hour. That's a good thing. We need to send 100 steel though. That's going to take a bit of time.
The workday is over. You're free to your quarters.
Alright, day is over. We get a few hungry people, so we do have a few food rations. Oh, and there are lots of people coming as well. We need to build a few more tents. How many are there? 15. Is that administration clerks? Okay, that's, I think they count as 10 as well. So we will need 4 of them, and let's have a brazier then here as well. Okay, there they are. Sir, the clerks sent by New London to run the Outpost administration are here. They brought our children with them. Many of our people are really upset because it looks that our kids were neglected. They haven't enough warm clothes and some of them caught a cold on the way. But now that they're here, we can take proper care of them. Oh, sure thing. Sure thing. I barely have any resources for myself. Medical post. We probably will need a second one. At least we have the tents. This one here we actually don't need, as far as I can see. And we can have a brazier for those tents up here. I will need to connect the street over here, because otherwise they overlap too much. Those braziers really don't have much of a range. That is fine, because now we can squeeze in another tent then beside it. There it is. Now the medical outpost, our medical post is finished, so we can now tend to 10 people. And my scouts have reached the observatory ruins. Close up, it turns out that the building is not in such a good condition as it seemed. The walls are partly collapsed, the dome structure is damaged, and part of it fell inside. But we get some steel and wood out of it. Alright, with that, let's get back home. 1 full day it takes them. But they got good supplies with them. Especially some food that we're going to need. Alright, I will probably also need... Let's have a look at statistics there for the coal. Yeah, we do have a negative coal balance at the moment. I will need another gathering post. And it's going to be this one here, unfortunately. Only for coal. That hurts. What I could be doing is, can I do that? Yes, I can do that. I can say that they only need to work... only during work time. No, that's actually bad, but I could turn them off during daytime myself. And thus save a bit of coal there. For now. Alright, next day is dawning. Army warehouse is fully loaded. We have the drawing boards. Let's see what else we get here. More scouts. Coal mining. Coal mining is important, but I don't think we have any steel cores. Steam cores. Nope, we don't. Food and shelter, medical post upgrade. And the bunkhouse. It's getting warmer again and then colder. So heat-wise, we should be still fine. Medical post upgrades sounds like a good idea. Oh, we're going with more scouts. Even though, yeah, actually, let's go with more scouts. We can never have enough scouts. Right, a trove of steam cores. Oh, Sir, we have great news. The warehouse contains an unknown but very large number of steam cores. We immediately sent the news to New London and await instructions. In the meantime, we might try to haul at least some of them to the surface. This will require stopping the steel extraction for some time. I'm going to... Are they doing that now? No, okay, wait. They're still working on the steel. Because I want to get the 100 steel first. Before I'm going with the steam cores. We've heard that a cache of steam cores was found in the warehouse. This is very timely discovery. These devices are critically important to the security of our city. Please send a couple of steam cores with each steel shipment from now. What? To help you ensure timely deliveries, we are hereby authorized to use emergency shifts. If you encounter any obstacles to your progress, talk to us. Alright. We can now use the emergency, that is fine. So emergency shift edict has been signed. And we're probably going to use that on the army warehouse right away. So they can work through the night, get the steam cores. Wooden ruins have been... Oh! Down here we cleared up quite a lot. So as we can see, wood is getting a bit tight then as well. And coal-wise, we have this coal here. From what I can see, there's not any other coal deposit here. Nope, it's the only one. Alright, let's use the emergency shift. This is going to hurt, but it's fine. And I think, yeah, also here the next wood crate has been depleted. And these wooden ruins will not last much longer. At least we got now the first 100 steel. I'm going to turn on the braziers once again for my people here. And 100 in steel. Let's... Oh, will take some time. Let's let them work till midnight on the steel, so we do have some surplus of steel. We have some raw food again. That's fine, thank you. Probably because with the settlers from New London, right? The administrators. Right, now we can switch to the steam cores. We do have 50 surplus of steel then. Oh, that is not much. Every 5 hours we get 1 steam core. We need 2. Right, at least the temperature is going up and my scouts have returned with steel and wood. Beautiful. Let's send them to the collapsed building right away. What is that? Oh, another 40 raw food is coming. Very good. In 8 hours they arrive. There they are. Yeah. Just what we need. Perfect. Coal-wise we do have a problem though. So I'm going to build another gathering post now for the coal up here. How much is there? 400, that's fine. Right, that's as far as I can go. And we're going to have a street then to this place there. We still have so many sick people, it's incredible really. Next day is dawning, we have 1 steam core, give me another one please. Now that the coal is gone, I will no longer need those braziers for quite some time, so I can pile the coal now. So I should be getting the second steam core then soon. There we have the gathering post. And we have more scouts, so now we actually need quite a lot of people. Oh, actually I don't have the workforce for it. Where were the people? 5 are working in the cookhouse. Yep. Let's have a look what we can do here. I'm inclined to go with the coal mining. Or, wait a second, the sawmill. Yeah, the sawmill. We cannot go with the... No, let's go with the sawmill, since we do need a constant supply of wood. Right, Outpost 11 is there a problem. You have dispatched the scheduled steel and steam core shipment to us to help you with fulfilling your duties. We grant you the right to introduce extended shifts. Alright. Am I that late? I shouldn't be that late, right? Okay, first shipment is ready. Sir, the first shipment is ready to be sent to New London. Visit the outpost. And there it is, on its way. We acknowledge the dispatch of your first shipment. Well done. These steam cores mean a lot to our people. We are pleased to let you know that we plan to send you food shipments every day. Just keep these steam cores and steel coming. If the supplies you provided are deemed insufficient, we will have to think of some consequences. And remember, if you run into problems, let us know and we'll look for a solution. Why are they so angry at us? Seriously. Sir, the news that New London is pleased to tell us that they'll keep sending us the food that owe us spread among our people, causing a lot of resentment and anxiety. And the vague consequences they threaten us with, shall we fail to please them, further fan the flames of outrage. All everyone is talking about now is how we should use the steam cores to help us first, since we found them and have no generator unlike folks in New London. Probably a right idea. Since we have so much steel, I'm going to go with the steam cores for now, once again. Another wooden ruin has been depleted. Steel. Yeah, this one's running out of stuff now to do then. And then we can reassign him to the gathering post here. Oh, that coal is also running out. I'm also not going to need the heater anymore. And as we can see, we got lots of food now. And yep, we can have a second scout team. So let's dismantle the gathering post. And let's use a second scout team. Let's use them for the Nansen Stormwatch. But we go with the building stuff first to save some time. And with that, day 5 is at an end. We're still alive. But we can already see where the problems will arise in the future. Stay tuned.